another episode of the Get Into Yoruba podcast. It is me, your host, Lade Odunubi, back again with another one. Today, I'm joined again by the lovely Motunrayo, who we haven't actually had on in a little while. I'm sure you've missed her, I've missed her, we've all missed her. How are you, Motunrayo?
I'm very fine, Lade. Thank you so much for having me back.
Yay, amazing. In today's episode, Mutarayo is going to take us through part 2 of tenses. Now, if you have been listening, which you should have been, you will know that we did part 1 of tenses a couple of weeks ago. And so this is just going to be a continuation of that. If you haven't already, definitely go back and listen to part 1 so that your mind is fresh and you know exactly where we are. As I try to remember to say, please do like and subscribe and follow and share this episode and the podcast more generally. Please do go on our page and find out Muturayo's contact details to find out more about her, to get some lessons from her. It's super important that you're consistent. It's super important that you invest the time and the resources into learning our beautiful language. Now, without further ado, let's move on into the lesson. Over to you, Miss Raya.
Thank you so much, Lade. I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm so happy to join your session as well. Prior to this episode, we talked about tenses one previously, which was all about introduction of the present tense, past tense, and future tenses, and how to say them in the Yoruba language. Like I said in the part one, the tenses in Yoruba are very simple, but at the same time, it does not go with the English present tense, past tense, and future tense. They are not the same. It's quite different. So in the part one, I made mention of you using a present tense, and if you want to talk about the past tense, how you can say uh, before, like tele or lano, láàárọ̀, and all that. Then if you want to talk about the future tense, I made mention of you using the will, which is ma, the will, which is ma. I really mentioned that. And also you can, if you want to talk about the future tenses, you can use like lola, tomorrow, and all that. Yes. So those are the things I made mention of. And I also mentioned some words like must, just, sheshe, and lodo, sodo, and all that. So if you want to catch up, you can check the previous things one for you to know what we've discussed. So let's move on to the things two today. Are you ready?
Yay. Yes, I'm very, very, very ready.
Okay, ẹ ṣé gan ni mo dúpẹ́. So ní èní, a máa mú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ bíi méjì. Today we are going to be choosing just two verbs, alright? And I'm going to be teaching you how to formulate present, past, and future tenses with the two verbs. So the first one we are going to be doing today is rí, rí.
Read
So yes, Ládé, kí ni ìtumọ̀ rí? The verb rí ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì
is
in
it
English
is it
language.
to see?
To see, that's the verb to see. So how can you say I see you in Yoruba?
Morie.
Mo rí ẹ, can you see? Mo rí ẹ, I see you. All right. So in the past, looking at the past tense, so how will you say it? Just tell me two ways you can say, for example, I saw you, or I saw you in so 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 day, just the way I told you in the part one.
This is a test that I hope I'm prepared for. Um, so I know that you could say motirie.
Correct. So tell me the second way you can use to express.
The second way is you could say morie lano. Like you could use a
Excellent.
Yay.
Yes. Lade, well done. That's beautiful. So Motirie, oh, I've seen you, or Morie Lano, I saw you yesterday. So the future now, like I will see you. So tell me the two ways you can also express it in the simple term.
Mo Marie.
I will see you.
I will see you. And the second way, you're gonna have to help me with this one.
Okay.
You're
So
gonna have
actually,
to
it's
help
not
me.
like the second way, but another way to express. All right. You can say,
Yeah.
oh, Mo Marie Lola, putting the period
Mo
of time in the
Marie
scene.
Lola. Okay.
Lola,
Yeah, of course, of course, of course.
Marie Lola. All right. Ẹ ṣé gan ni mo dúpẹ́. So let's move on to the second. Before we move on to the second verb, I want us to also look at this, which is must. I want to chip in uh, this phrase, which is a must. So how do you say must in Yoruba? Gbọ́dọ̀,
Bodo. Okay.
gbọ́dọ̀. That is must.
Bodo.
Yes, gbọ́dọ̀. So I've taught you how to use the subject, verb, and object, which is, I think that was in the previous episode. So if you want to say, I must see you tomorrow, Lade, how will you say it? I want you to formulate a longer sentence now. I must see you tomorrow.
Mo Mo Bodo Rie Lola. Is that correct?
Excellent. Mo gbọ́dọ̀, yes,
Yay!
correct. Well done. That's very correct. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ rí ẹ lọ́la. All right. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ rí ẹ
Okay.
lọ́la. So I remember that I told you about Lodo and Sodo in our previous
Yes.
episode.
Okay.
But
Okay, got
what
it.
I want us to do now is for you to tell me how to formulate a sentence using must. So how will you say, I must go to Motunrayo tomorrow?
Ooh. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ lọ rí
Mm-mm.
Motunrayo.
I must go
How do I
to
how do I say must go to? Mo gbọ́dọ̀ lọ. I don't know. Go to.
Sodo.
Okay, so I can combine them. I
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni,
can use it.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Okay, okay. So I can use it also in for the future.
For the future, bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Okay,
That's
amazing.
that's
That's
a
really
point I
that's
want
really
to point
cool.
out.
Okay, so I can say, okay, mo gbọ́dọ̀ lọ sọ́dọ̀ Motunrayo lọ́la.
Lola, yes. I must go to Muturayo's place
Oh,
tomorrow. So assuming you are coming to
amazing.
Nigeria, I must go to Nigeria this December. Báwo lẹ ṣe máa sọ ní èdè Yorùbá? I must come to Nigeria. I must come to Nigeria, like mandatory.
Mo gbọ́dọ̀ lọ sọ́dọ̀ Nigeria.
You cannot lọ sọ́dọ̀ o. Sọ́dọ̀, when you're using sọ́dọ̀,
Okay,
it's
okay, so
like
no sọ́dọ̀. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ lọ
sí
sí
Nigeria.
Nigeria
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
this December. How
Ní
do I
ní
say
ní
this?
ní December yìí.
Ní December yìí. Okay, got it, got it, got it.
So sọ́dọ̀ is more of like you're going to a
A
person,
person.
a
Okay,
person,
yeah.
all right? But
Okay, that makes
see,
sense.
see is like a preposition you are describing, you are using it as an int like a preposition describing where you're
Yeah,
going to. It's not a
yeah,
person, it's a place.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, but all those ones is when you take advanced classes, that is when you understand
Mm,
even more. But what we are doing now is to explain the basic phrases, and I hope our listeners are also getting, you can formulate a lot of sentences with all these phrases we are doing. All right,
yeah.
so before we move further, I'm going to talk about the second verb. So what is the first verb we talked about?
Re, which is to
Excellent.
see.
Well done. Yeah, to see, Lade. Then the second one we are talking about is say. 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 Kí ni ìtumọ̀
Say.
say ní èdè Yorùbá?
Is it to cook?
Cook. Cook. Say.
Mm,
Say.
say.
Alright? So báwo la ṣe máa sọ eléyìí? I cook yam. Báwo la ṣe máa sọ ní èdè Yorùbá?
Mo say what is yam? Is yam ogede? Is that yam?
Ah, ogedeke. Yam is not ogede. Ogede is
What is
banana.
yam? What is yam? Wait, wait, don't tell me. Is it? No, I'm gonna just start saying random words. Is it inyo?
Ah, inyo is pounded yam.
Okay, fine. What is? Tell me what is yam?
Issue.
Issue. Okay. Okay.
So kini itumo I cook yam.
Mo say issue.
So ask me, what did you cook?
Kilese.
Excellent. Kilese.
Yay!
Mo say issue.
Okay, got it.
So tell me, what did
Mose.
you see?
Kileri.
Not re. That tonation, not re.
Kile
Killeri.
Kileri. Okay, of course
Yes.
the
I
it's
pitch.
all about
Me.
the
Really.
re Larry. Okay.
Killeri. Yeah. Okay. So how will you not say I saw Motunrayo or I see Motunrayo?
Mori Motunrayo.
Not Mori. Mori.
Oh golly. Okay. Mori
Ehen.
Motunrayo.
So can you see there's a difference between the
Yes.
tonation? So the tone, Yoruba
Yes.
language is a tonal language. So you have to be very
Yes.
mindful of how you say it. Okay?
Yeah.
Not re. Re, re.
Re
Yes.
re.
Re. Yes. All right. So let's move on to the past tense.
Okay.
I have cooked yam.
Motise issue.
Usiseshu. Now, I could remember in the tense part one, we talked about
Mhm.
the question mark starting a word with she. Do you remember that?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So now ask me, have you cooked? No, we are talking about the past now. Have you cooked yam?
Shetiseshu.
Excellent. Shetiseshu. Shetiseshu. So how will you not say
Shet
yes? I have cooked yam.
Beni Motiseshu.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yay.
So Ladi, are you getting it?
I am. I am. I hope the
Our
listeners are as
listeners, our listeners, are you following how we are taking it pattern by pattern? Are you getting it?
Yeah. Yes.
How
Yes.
to how to make longer sentences with all these terms.
Absolutely.
All
Yeah.
right. So the third one, the future tense, I will cook yam. So how are we going to say that?
Moma se issue.
Okay, Muma say shoe. All right, that is perfect. So I have three sentences here that I want you, and I know also believe our listeners can also write them down. Three sentences here. I'm going to say it in English. Then Lade is going to interpret for me in Yoruba. So number one, we are going to use the verbs together. Have you eaten? Báwo la ṣe máa sọ ní Yorùbá?
Ṣé ẹ ti jẹun?
Ṣé ẹ ti jẹun? So why is it not ṣé ẹ ti jẹ?
Because we learned the last time that when you use jet, you have to use it with the thing that you're eating. So
Very,
you can't.
very good. Very good, very good. You're a fast learner. Well done. I wanted to know if you still remember. All right.
I just.
So so the second question that I have for you here is this. Uh Today I must study Yoruba. So how will you say that? Today
Mm,
I must study Yoruba or learn Yoruba.
Lénìí,
Mm-hmm.
mo gbọ́dọ̀ ka
Mm-hmm.
èdè Yorùbá.
Èdè Yoruba. Correct. Correct. Well done.
Yay!
So in Yoruba language, okay, study and learn, they are also ka.
Ka.
Study and learn. Yes, study and learn because most people they might be like ka is to read. All right,
Mm.
ka is to read, but it can also mean study or to
Hmm.
learn.
Okay.
All right, yes, ka.
Yeah.
It can mean study, to learn, or to read.
Okay.
All right, so all our listeners, so don't be confused when you hear to study, to learn, and to read. All right, it also
All
means
the same.
ka.
All the same
Yes.
word.
Yes, the same word, Benny. So we are done for the tenses too, and I believe that you understand everything we've done today. So Lade,
Yeah.
please throw me questions. Ask questions. Ask me questions.
What? So, for example, if I want to say, ooh, because then maybe these questions might actually lead a segue. Because, for example, if you want to say, you know how you say, you could say stuff like, I haven't eaten yet,
Mm-hmm.
right? I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that to me maybe is verging into a tenses part three because it's not a clean cut. How would you say something like that? I haven't eaten yet.
Yet, okay. Now, in Yoruba language, okay, we have the positive ways of saying things and also the negative way of saying things. Now, if you want to
Okay.
say, I have eaten, how will you say it? I have eaten.
Mutijeon.
Mo ti jẹun. I have
Mm-hmm.
eaten. Mo ti jẹun. Now, if you want to
Mm-hmm.
talk about the negative, like I haven't eaten yet, or I haven't eaten. So in Yoruba language, just the simple term, we are trying to break everything down into the simpler term. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to say that you have not done something, you use
Mm-hmm.
me o, me
Okay.
o. For the
Me.
positive, something you've done is mo, but for the
Mm.
negative, something you haven't done is me o. For the first person
Me.
pronoun, me o, me o,
Me. Okay. Okay. So if I want to say I haven't eaten, it would just be mutijeon.
mi ò tí ì jẹun bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Okay. Okay. How do I say? I'm trying to think about other verbs that we've learned in the past and how to use
Okay,
them
we've used
into
rí,
how
jẹ,
we've
say.
used read. We've also learned to say stuff like I know we've learned to say stuff like sleep, like soon. I feel like we've
Bẹ́ẹ̀
said
ni,
we've learned that word before. So
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a ti ṣe.
how do I say or how do the listeners say I will sleep early tonight?
Okay. So in Yoruba language, like I said, the more you talk about how to express yourself, we have a lot of terms we use. So
Okay.
early and late in Yoruba, they are two different words. So when you want to say
Okay.
something early, all right, early means tete.
Tete.
Yes. Then the
Um,
late one is pe, pe,
be,
pe. Now, can you
be.
tell me the question again in English?
Um, I will sleep early tonight.
Okay. I will sleep early tonight. So how will you say it?
Mo I feel like it's mo tete soon.
I will.
Mo ma soon. Where does the tete go?
Okay, so the tete comes before the noun.
So,
Before the verb. Mo ma tete sun. Lálẹ́ yìí.
okay. Mo ma tete soon. Lálẹ́ yìí.
Yeah, so the tete is like earlier time. Earlier,
Okay.
early.
Okay.
Mo ma tete sun lálẹ́ yìí. I will sleep early today or this night.
Mo ma
So you want to
tete
tell me
soon.
now? Yes. So you want to say you sleep late.
Mo ma. How does that work? Is that
Pẹ́,
mo ma best
pẹ́, mo máa pẹ́ sùn.
best lálẹ́ yìí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, mo máa pẹ́ sùn lálẹ́ yìí.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
So how do you say
Okay.
early and how to use it? Tètè. Then
Tete.
late, yeah, when you want to be late, pẹ́,
Be.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. So
Amazing.
ẹ ṣé gan ni mo dúpẹ́. So what is to arrive in Yoruba?
Day.
Dé, very good, Lade. Well done, well done. So
Mm.
if you have a delayed flight, example, you have a delayed flight and you cannot make it to this episode. So you want to tell me, oh, Motunrayo, I'll be late tonight.
Ah,
Like
okay.
I'll come late.
Okay, so I would say mo máa pẹ́ dé lálẹ́ yìí.
Ma pẹ́ dé lálẹ́ yìí. I'll come late tonight.
Oh, that is so good. I love that. That's so good. Amazing. Okay, this is really helpful. I hope the listeners are finding it helpful too because I feel like these are also phrases or sentences that you would want to say frequently, but maybe you haven't been able to formulate. And I think the way that Motunrayo has helped us break down the different tenses, now when you're trying to put together longer sentences, it's a lot easier to figure out and think through how you do that. So amazing. I don't have any additional questions at this stage because I, like the listeners, will be marinating in this and listening again and again just so I can be clear on it. And I'm hoping that when indeed, I'm going around town, I'm speaking to my mom or my in-laws, I can use some of these phrases and tell them I'll be sleeping late or early tonight. Yeah, amazing. Thanks so much, Miss Mariah. This has been super informative, super helpful as always. Miss Mariah, do you have anything to add?
No, I don't have anything to say, but I only have an assignment for you and for
Ooh,
our listeners. So if you are listening to this episode, you can as well put your answer in the comments or send
please
a direct
do.
message to Lade. So I will come late tonight. So you must
Mm,
have a reason for coming late
mhm.
because I have a delayed flight. How will you say
Ooh,
that in Yoruba language? Please do help us to write it in the chat. I will
oh,
come late tonight because I have a delayed flight.
okay. That's a hard assignment indeed. But I'm looking forward to what the listeners say. I too will have to think on that one, and then perhaps the next time Matarayo we have her episode, she'll tell us the answer
Oh
together.
no, I'm not telling you the answer. You have to do your own work. Do your own work. Do your research. I have a delayed flight.
Okay,
Kí ni ìtumọ̀ delay? And what is meaning of
delay,
flight Yoruba? So
delay.
write everything in the comment section.
Actually,
Or
how do I
the
say delay? How do I? Let's give them a hint. Let's give them a hint to say delay and a hint to say flight, and then they can
okay.
do the rest.
Okay, so I'm going to say for flight. Then you're going because if I'm saying that, that means I'm giving you an expo. So flight or aeroplane is oko furufu. Ofurufu is the sky. All right.
Oko.
Oko is like a motto. So oko furufu means aeroplane. So do your
Okay.
assignment. It's an assignment.
Oh,
Oko
wow.
furufu. That is a flight.
Amazing. Amazing. This
Eshek.
is like you get an episode, you get a bonus, you get an assignment. It's all the things in one. Thank you so much, Miss Mariah, as
Thank you so
always.
much,
To
Lade.
the listeners, thank you for being here. As always, please do go onto the Get Into Yoruba page, go and find Mutsumayo's details, get in touch with her, get your Yoruba game up, and we will catch you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.
Whatever.